Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Uncle Lander, and this is Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition Vanguard Paragon playthrough with mods. This is the first episode of this peculiar playthrough, and there's not really much to say. We have beaten Mass Effect 1, we saved the Citadel. We're gonna see all the decisions that I have made as we play through as we play through this. I think the only thing that I can say before we actually gonna start is that this episode, like every single other of the episodes, will be recorded on my Twitch channel live, twitch.tv/UncleLander. Come and say hi. I'm playing a variety of video games, video game marathons, charity marathons, challenge runs from time to time, and generally have a pretty nice and decent time. Links in the description. Alright, so I'm always gonna play, maybe the only thing that I'm gonna point out is that I'm gonna play this game on veteran difficulty because I think it is the perfectly balanced difficulty level for this game. Okay, so we're gonna start a new game. We're gonna import the Mass Effect 1 character. And what do we have here? We have John Shepard. It's a shame that it doesn't tell me which character is which. I'm gonna assume, because, okay, I'm gonna assume that this is like my very first character that I have played. This was an adept. This must have been an infiltrator. In save 3 and 4, it's the Vanguard saves. Yeah. And like I said, combat difficulty is gonna be on veteran, and no auto level up. I don't know why would you want to do that. I'm gonna enable subtitles. Squad power usage I'm gonna disable. I want to have full control over the battlefield, and I'm gonna enable the autosaves. So let's see. Samantha Shepard, because I always call my characters like this. Rank level 60, that's from the previous game. Military specialization Vanguard, which means I picked up the right save file. Psychological profile, full Paragon. Status of Rex, he survived. Missing in action, somebody not really relevant. Council history, they have sadly survived because I allowed him. And council seat, council on the seat, I have decided to pick Anderson. So yeah, let's go.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending her to fight Geth. Geth! We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow her. She's a hero, a bloody icon. But she's just one woman. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose her.
I should probably read this. 1 month after devastating Geth attacks on the Citadel, the Galactic Company struggles to rebuild. The Alliance fleet made tremendous sacrifices to save the Citadel Council and earned humanity membership. And now it disappeared because I'm reading too slow. And there goes a lot of videos mod. 4K, 60 FPS, cutscenes.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Oh no! They gave Kaden the Phoenix armor. Oh no! They always do that.
Distress beacon is ready for launch. Will the Alliance get here in time? The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttles. Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either. I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker. Commander! Caden, go! Now. Aye, aye. Everybody in! Go! Go! Go!
Alright, and before we're gonna continue, hey Ice Clone, and thank you for the reminder, Thunder. Of course, I forgot about something that's pretty important for my live streams. I didn't put the announcements when they belong, so my apologies for that. Oh my god, this guy forgot about doing one thing. That breaks the flow of the videos, and that's absolutely awful and disgusting and so bad that he doesn't deserve it, and that's all there is to it. Okay, hope you guys are doing well. 360p doesn't notice the difference.
This is SSV Normandy. We've suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy. Come on, baby, hold together.
And it really seems like...
Hold together.
It really seems like, well, Normandy definitely have seen better days. And for some reason, I'm wearing the freaking Onyx armor suit.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
Yeah, just a little bit of hot water in the plunger and that's gonna do it.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack. Watch the arm!
Okay, so what's the Joker's condition? Joker's condition is Brolic syndrome. He was basically born with the brittle bones from day one. And basically, every single time you put too much pressure, he's gonna make a wrong step, his bones are breaking. Mass Effect Genesis is an interactive comic that summarizes the events of Mass Effect 1. Would you like to review that story? Yes, I'm going to. Why not? Because there are some things about that comic that actually are worth kind of pointing at, that are kind of funny. So yeah, why not? Mass Effect Genesis interactive backstory. Oh, yay!
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make. The paths you choose. That turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission. Answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Alenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her
Caden ain't
squad.
that buff.
That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Lieutenant Alenko made the mistake of getting too close. It hit him with some type of energy. I grabbed him and threw him out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Udina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Udina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led us to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tali. A tech expert with a knack for hacking. She procured some information on Saren.
Hi, Tali.
Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tali's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans.
Also noticed how you can have such a detail on the images on the right side, and the left side the characters are looking so freaking
Explained why Saren was after the beacon.
at certain angles the characters are looking so freaking disfigured.
Visions. But not much else.
Like, you can recognize
couldn't convince
which
the council
arts
that the
were
Reapers were a
actually,
threat.
you know, taken
But they
care
did
of,
Saren
and which
had to
was
be
just
stopped.
rushed.
They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me
Because
the honor
reasons.
of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind.
Also,
putting
this
up his
image
ship
on
in
the
Normandy.
top left, this
He told
image
me I needed more
implicates
than
that
he
there's Salarian on my team. There were no
also pointed me in a
Salarians on
direction.
Normandy in the
Liara.
SR1.
A Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species, Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Caden was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara.
There
As
was
commander,
there was
I knew
no
any
conversation like
relationship
this
had
in the
potential to
game.
interfere with the mission. I decided discretion was the better part of valor, and kept my focus on our goal, finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia. Saren had taken her to Noveria, where he'd enslaved the queen of a dangerous race of insect-like creatures.
The
Arachni.
Romance conversation did
We
not
ordered
happen
Benezia to
after
use the
even
same
like after
technique Liara
Noveria.
had used on
That's
me
the
to extract
funniest part.
information from the Arachni queen. Queen's drones were everywhere, and they were not happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone.
And I
With the
wasn't even talking
information.
with Kate and Alenko about
Tried to reason
romancing
with
because
Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her.
for some reason this game,
Somehow acquired the
Mass Effect
ability to
1 and
control
even this
people's
comic
actions
really
and
want to
wills.
push a romance between
Benezia
Kaidan
wouldn't surrender.
and
Liara
Shepard.
was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry,
Which was fucking
dangerous
stupid, of
Arachni
course.
queen to deal with. She
Hated
claimed her
that.
drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Arachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base and all its research. Rex disagreed, violently.
Look like, oh my god.
Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to
On the
convince him
picture
to
before,
help
Rex
destroy it.
looked like he
These
had no
Krogan weren't
chin.
real. But he wouldn't back
Seriously.
down.
And the Krogans are not
Ultimately,
pretty,
Rex is
but
smarter
come
than he
on.
looks.
You
He
cannot
realized
do
this
my
wasn't the
boy
way to help
Rexy
his
like
people,
this.
and that Saren was the real threat.
This artist is just doing so
When we finally
dirty
got
right
to the
there.
center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split my team into 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke and we planned to use it.
That actually didn't
Before we could
happen.
detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team.
Okay,
And in talking to him,
Kirahi
realized
needed somebody from my team. I gave him
Saren who
Kaidan.
was indoctrinating
The
everyone.
plan was 2
It was
teams,
Sovereign, the Reaper.
but here
Saren
it
was
would
in
it would
deeper
seem
than all.
like the entire
He
team
tried
was
to
split more
convince
in
me he
3
was
rather
still
than
in
in
control.
2.
Said he'd found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself.
As in, Ashley was a
believing the
separate
lies
team,
Sovereign was
Kaidan
telling
was
me.
a separate team, and us
Before
was
I
a
could
separate
convince
team.
him to stop,
That's how it feels.
He ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but it wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Ash was a good friend and a great soldier. But I had to choose. And I chose Caden. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew.
Hey,
We were
there's
just one ship against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we
Yeah,
could
and
defeat
it's funny how Genesis
tell
doesn't
anyone
even
that I had my
mention
doubts.
that we went to the Citadel, we
Leaving
were
Ashley
grounded by
behind hardened
Udina
my resolve.
whatsoever.
but revealed a weakness in my defenses. How many more friends and allies would I be willing to sacrifice in order to stop Saren? We arrived on Ilos close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a
Wamba.
Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died like every species before them, but a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He'd caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping.
Okay, Turians cannot jump like this.
Flagship, there was little hope that
The stick up their ass is not allowing them to move that fast. Also, double pistols.
Saren was done running, and I was done
There were
chasing
no
him.
double pistols in
As
any
the
of the
Alliance
Mass
and
Effect
Council
games.
fleets battled Saren's army outside the Citadel, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel.
Also,
tower
Garrus
and
is just pogging.
he died
on the
believing
bottom
that the
right, he's
Reapers
like,
would save him.
I shot
As I
Saren.
fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet. The battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left to me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician, ruthless and ambitious. He would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be placed before him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned cleanup duty, routing out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Yeah, I'm doing the Paragon. I always do the Paragons. Though in Mass Effect 2 there are some renegade decisions that are actually more profitable for you because of them just making your life a little bit easier without major consequences. So I'm definitely gonna go for those choices.
Recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
love this cutscene. I don't mind it too. And thankfully, the game have definitely not screwed up my Shepard, so I'm actually happy with this. As long as the eyes, because if there's one thing I will definitely notice is that the eyes in Mass Effect 3 might be a little bit more blocky. In here, it's actually looking pretty damn good, so I'm gonna accept that. Yeah, and the class for this playthrough, I'm gonna go Vanguard. I'm gonna go Vanguard for the full trilogy. And now I can pick up a bonus power. Stasis. Stasis is not really gonna do me good, because I can stop the enemies, but I cannot hurt them. Warp ammo actually sounds pretty good, because then I would be able to simply ignore even incendiary ammunition and just go for warp ammunition altogether. Shredder ammunition is pointless. Neural shock is not good. Reeve would be actually pretty damn good because it would give me a little bit more protection and also deal damage at the same time. Barrier, that is basically an adept tech armor thing in Slam. I don't even remember what Slam did. I think Slam was basically changed later in Mass Effect 3 to Nova, because I do remember there was a power of Slam, but I just don't remember what it was doing. Reeve is pretty good. It's actually pretty hard for me to pick up a right power for this, but I was thinking about actually going for the warp ammunition, because collectors later in the game, they're gonna have the barriers, and warp ammunition is just gonna absolutely destroy it. Okay, so at least I have like my choice limited to 3 powers: warp, reeve, and I was thinking barrier, but barrier might actually lower my it might actually lower my refresh rate of the powers, which in case of a Vanguard, it might actually be very hurtful. Was not Slam AoE slam effect around yourself? Yes, yes. Basically, what you could do is do a Vanguard charge, the biotic charge, and then slam with the I think it was the remaining of your shields. It was either remaining of your shield, or you simply slammed slammed like biotic energy to the ground, and any enemy that you hit restored your own shields, which again allowed you to perform another biotic charge, because your biotic charge was dependent on how much shields you have. Or at least I remember it like this. Then again, I might be confusing this with the Nova Guard build from Mass Effect 3, because you could spam that like ridiculously. Honestly, I think I'm gonna pick up the warp ammunition because of the collectors and any kind of enemy that's gonna have biotic shields. And I also can spread the warp ammunition among every single companion if I'm gonna build it right. I don't necessarily have to do that though. Yeah, I'm gonna go for warp ammunition. That is my final decision. Let's just go for it. Right, so we got Sam, Spacer, War Hero, Vanguard, and warp ammunition as a bonus power. Once you confirm your character is complete, you will be unable to change any settings. So, well, whoopsie doopsie. I made up my mind.
Something's wrong. She's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of her surroundings. Oh my god, Miranda. I think she's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. She's not ready yet. Give her the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts.
And I can already see that
It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
The alternative costume for the Cerberus officers are working. Miranda is wearing something else.
That was too close. We almost lost her.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Though I have to point it out that she has different costume over here, but in combat she's gonna wear something totally different. I basically have a mod that basically gives you that distinction between regular clothing and combat clothing or armor.
Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving.
And I'm already level 5. Wow, wee wah. And we got it actually thrown right into the combat situation, but what I am going to do is I'm gonna create a new save, and people and gentlemen, yes, that's definitely a good way. Ladies and gentlemen, people of Twitch, we're still gonna continue on with the stream, but people... And I'm gonna mute Miranda. Anyway, people of Twitch, we're going to continue the stream, but people of YouTube, this is gonna be the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing, ring the bell, stop it, like the video, comment, all that good stuff. Links for my mod list can be found down below in the description and the pinned comment down below. Thank you guys once again, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.